All right, welcome back, everyone. This is Ebony again, a.k.a. Fit Mom Diva of Simplicity Health Style, and today we are going to be speaking with Miss Sandy. How are you, Sandy?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad that you were able to take time out of your Friday to speak with us and share some jewels with us. And for those of you that choose to listen to the end, you will get a complimentary gift for sticking around. She has some awesome stuff to share, and she is someone that is of the mindset of impacting a large audience. So I know that she's going to have some good stuff to share with you. Sandy, start us off so that we can get to know you a little bit better. One motivational quote that really inspires you, something that motivates you and gets you going.
Oh man, my favorite one, I have no idea who the author is dreams don't work unless you do. That's my when I need to just get out of bed.
Yeah, and I like that one because a lot of times, we have these great visions and dreams and hopes and aspirations. But at the end of the day, what is going to occur if we don't take the implementation action steps? It'll remain a dream forever, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your path and how you may have had your own personal dream, something that was important to you, and you didn't quite see how you were going to achieve it. Maybe you even had some obstacles come up, but at the end of the day, you were able to break through that and reach that goal and bring that dream to fruition.
Well, okay. Well, just to give you guys a little bit of a background, I am what you would call first generation Haitian in Canada. I live in Canada. My mom and my father were both born in Haiti, grandparents both born in Haiti. So a lot of first generation immigrants will definitely be able to relate when I say that the goal for my parents, for my life, was to always become a lawyer, doctor, engineer. There's the trifecta. You're one of these guys, you're the perfect child.
Right.
So unfortunately, my mother was not able to meet one of those trifecta criteria. And so it really created sort of a strain between her and her mother. Not trying to create some kind of a sob story, but sorry, let me just get my thoughts in order. So anyway, so they had a pretty strained relationship. Now, my mother is one of the smartest women that I know. I'm biased because she's my mother, and I think every child's gonna say that about their parents. But it's true, she is. She is like one of the smartest people I know. She can take 2 pennies, make $1 out of it. I mean, she can take craft dinner and make it a gourmet meal. Like, this woman is amazing. So at one point, we ended up leaving Canada. She had a good job. We were living in a really nice apartment. We were living the stable life. We had a dog. It was me, my mother, and my sister. We were golden. We were good, and we ended up leaving, and we moved to Florida, Orlando, Florida. And I can honestly say for those 2 years, from 13 to 15, was the most challenging, most frustrating, most angry. It was really that time when I could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. So going back to that strained relationship between my mother and my grandmother, when we moved to Florida, we ended up staying with my grandparents. That relationship did not get any better, unfortunately. We ended up getting kicked out of that house. So now we're living on people's couches. So for about 2-3 years, we were living from house to house, couch to couch. And I saw this really smart, strong woman who is my example, being broken down, being belittled, being just, it was like she was in a motor and pestle and was just being grinded, And it's tough to see that, this woman that is your Wonder Woman, your superhero, your stability, all of a sudden unstable, completely broken, completely humiliated for being herself. And that messed me up a lot. There was a lot of talk because she was a single woman with 2 kids. The fact that what kind of a woman brings her kids from a stable environment into an unstable environment and is now homeless. There was a lot that I would hear and that would get me mad. So
Right.
those 2 years, it was, I did not see that light. I could not understand how people could be so mean. How could a woman that is so strong accept so much hurt, right? Like, because automatically you think, fight back. Like, give him a piece of your mind, say something. And no, she took it with humility, with grace. I saw her cry for the first time. I saw her broken, I saw her beaten, but I never saw her give up. And I really thank God that I saw that side of her, because it allowed me to know that if she can take all of that and take it with grace and humility and poise,
Right.
then there is no excuse for me now to turn around and act out or be real, which is also known as be ratchet and act a fool for no reason. She
Right.
was able to take all of that and for 2 years straight, just constantly beaten and beaten and beaten. So because of that, she really was that light. Like once we were able to move back to Canada, once we moved back to Canada, everything was good again. But just to get out of that situation and see her go through that really provided me with the roadmap of the woman I am today.
Yeah, and I think that it's a very good example of also that you can pretty much get through a lot of things that you're not initially thinking that you can get through.
Right.
I know that while your mom was going through all of that, she was probably thinking to herself, oh my gosh, I never imagined that my life would be this way.
Yeah.
At that time, she probably was thinking, well, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. This is it for me. Life is over. But
Yeah.
she kept going away, and here she is today. And that's just, an experience that she had, that she learned from.
Right.
That's awesome. Not only her, but you, to talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
No, most definitely. And I don't know if she's probably gonna be upset for me even stating this next part, but I remember talking to her about it afterwards, and she told me that nearly broke my heart. Well, not nearly, it broke my heart when I heard it. She said there were times when I would look at a bottle of bleach and I would look over and see you and your sister sleeping, and I put the bottle back. And to think that we were her light when we were looking at her like she was our light.
Right.
And as a mother, I can completely relate to that. Because life can throw so much at you. And you have the mom shamers, you have the single women shamers, single mother shamers, all kinds of there's haters everywhere. Like, I mean, everybody's got something to say about anything.
Right.
But man, to think that you can look at your kids, or you can be that for someone. You can be their light through a tough time.
Yeah, I really think that almost any relationship is something that we can grow with and learn from, and it doesn't really matter what age they are. It's we're all human beings and we're all in this together. It really doesn't matter what age you are. That's a beautiful story. What would you say for those individuals though that don't necessarily feel like they have any kind of support and any kind of light? Because we all have it. I think that sometimes people, they don't know how to see it from the people around them. So they feel like they don't have a strong support system, or they feel like there's no light in other people that they can glean from. But what would you say to those people that really do need the support and encouragement, and they feel like they perceive that they don't have it?
I would say, personally, this is what has helped me, and this is what I would tell them. The biggest lie you're being told is that you're all alone.
Right.
We always feel like nobody understands me. I'm all alone. You're never alone. There is someone fighting for you. There is someone believing in you. I come from a very Christian background, and one of the things we always say is there is always someone praying for you. You might not see it, you might not hear it, but good come out of you. So Even strangers.
Repeat the last thing you said real quick because you cut out for a second.
Okay,
You said that there is always someone that is praying for you and believing in you.
Believing in you and willing you to go forward. They're thinking about you and thinking good things for you. So if you can't see it, understand that it's not because it's not there, it's just that you can't see it. If you're sleeping, your eyes are closed, you're not seeing your bedroom, you're not seeing your pillow, but it is there, right? It's the same thing. So that's what I would say. I know it's not a feel-good message, but it's the truth. And the truth is you have a support system.
Yes, and I just believe strongly that sometimes people hinder themselves by not establishing relationships.
Oh,
and
yes.
You do not have to have a ton of relationships. You just need to have a couple of people that you could just vent to. For myself, I have a couple of people that are very close to me that I could probably tell them anything under the sun and they will still remain my friend. It really doesn't matter what I open up my mouth and say that I've done, whether it's the worst thing in the world, they probably still gonna listen. We still gonna laugh and joke. So I don't need an entourage of people to back me and support me. You just need those one or two people. That's really all you need. But sometimes I think that people don't step outside of the comfort zone and establish those kind of deep, intimate relationships for different reasons.
Right.
They're so essential when you're going through challenges, and you're so much less likely to feel like you are going through things alone. Because I work with women every day, I know that there is nothing under the sun that somebody else is not experiencing.
Yeah.
I hear it all every day, daily. So it's really important for people to understand that they aren't all alone, and just get out of your comfort zone and actually talk to people. Communicate with people and talk to them, and you'll see real quickly that you're not all alone.
Almost definitely. And the beauty of social media is you can literally write a post and you'll find strangers commenting, going like, telling you, oh, me too, or you can do this. You know what I mean? Like, even if, let's say you don't want to talk to your parents. I mean, literally, go on Instagram. Somebody's going through what you're going through.
And one of the best ways to do that, I found, is to join a group for that particular challenge or that particular interest that you have. Because they wouldn't have joined that particular group if they weren't interested in that topic. You understand? So you may go onto your personal friend page or your personal Instagram page, and maybe nobody cares. But I bet you if you go into a Facebook group for that specific issue, you will find people to connect with. There's no way. So that's what I mean when I say think outside the box sometimes and establish relationships with people. There's no reason why anyone should ever feel like they're so down and depressed. Like there's nobody else that can possibly understand it. There is. You just haven't established a communication with those people. So I strongly encourage people to step outside the box and just let people know what's going on with you. What would you say to those individuals that want to become more influential to a larger audience? Because it seems like you've been able to do that successfully, and I love how relatable you appear to be on social media. It's not where everything is so polished and perfect, where you're not perceived as a real human being. So what would you say to those people that want to step out and they do want to make a bigger impact? They want to share their story and get their message out there to inspire other people and not and allow them to not feel like they're all alone.
I would say, first you have to be able to impact those around you. If you can't impact your family, your friends, your peers, your community, you're not going to impact anybody. I would even go a step further. You have to be able to impact yourself. I have conversations with myself. Like sometimes I think I'm two people. There is that one person who's like super emotional and everything sucks, and then I have the other one going like, okay, like, relax. So you have to be able to impact yourself, because the people you're reaching are going to be just like you. you don't need a sob story like mine to make an impact too. Like some people think, oh, I need to have gone through the gutter, and no. You don't. You really don't. You don't need a sob story like mine. You can come from a 2-parent home, you know, upper middle class, having good grades your whole life, never doing drugs or alcohol. You can be that good kid and still make an impact.
Right.
The point is being yourself. You are all you need to make an impact. You have a story. You have your light. You have your quirks and your perfect imperfections, as I've heard it said before, that make you. And the rest is history. Just make sure that you always put your best face forward. You don't want to appear less than your best self. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Wait a minute, say that last.
But what I mean is, just like you would in public. Okay, you put your best self forward, your best face forward.
Right.
You don't want to appear any less than your best self. Even your quirky side should be your best of your quirks, the best of your wits. You know?
Right.
So, because it is your brand. It is the way the world will see you. You might not want to put on makeup. That's fine, but make sure you don't have like crust in your eyes. Like wash your face. Right.
Right.
The basics.
The basics.
Like, you know, sometimes we're so busy trying to be real, we forget to brush our teeth. Like, no, not that real. We want the best real. So, and unfortunately, it is a business. So you have to think in terms of a business mindset that we want to see you, but we want to see the best you. So that's, if you want to make an impact, go ahead and make that impact. Make that impact at home, make it in your community, but make sure it's the best version of you. And if you make a mistake, apologize, learn, move on. Like, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, and I think that is very key too. Sometimes people are fearful of putting themselves out there because they're fearing making a mistake. And I'm like, man, do you know I make mistakes like every other day? I just roll with punches, because the thing about it is that other people don't even view it as a mistake. They view it as, wow, I wish I could be putting a video out there and talking to people that I've never met before about challenges and issues. And I'm like, yes, that is exactly how you have to look at it, because nobody really views mistakes as large as what we do sometimes.
Yeah. It's true.
You know, I think that really is a driving force to those people that become successful, and those people that do not, or they have all these different dreams and aspirations that they never reach because they're so fearful of not making a mistake and looking stupid in front of others. And I'm like, most people don't even care. Most of the time. They think about it for a second, maybe, and then they go on about their business, worrying about their own mistakes. You know?
It's so true.
So I think that is so key what you just said. What is the best way for people to connect with you? Because I want for others to know that we're not just out here trying to sound good and look good, but we're also about collaborating and making an impact in other people's lives that need help and have questions that maybe they want answered. So what is the best way? All your contact information is going to be in the description box, but what is the best way for people to connect with you, or if you have any special projects or anything coming up, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
All right. So I do have a blog site. It is sandysignature.wordpress.com. You can check out my blogs. That's where I vent and rant and give tips and tricks, reviews. Whatever's in my head is on my blog site. I'm on Instagram. Handle is I am Sandy Esprit. That's where I do most of my posting, aside from the blog site. I'm also on Facebook. If you send me a friend request, send me a friend request. That's what I'm trying to say. Sandy Esprit, or if you want to check out my page, Sandy E. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. I'm focusing on blogging for the most part. I am also a singer and a songwriter. So I have stuff currently in work have like a deadline for it yet, so that's why I'm not really pushing any of that on my pages, but that is something to be on the lookout for. And yeah, if anybody wants to collaborate and like reach out, I'm here. I'm here.
Awesome. Can you sing us like 2 verses real quickly so we can hear your voice?
Oh snap, you're putting me on the spot. Okay.
I'm just joking. You don't have to do that. That's gonna be an incentive for them to make sure that they follow you. So they
there you go. Yeah. Check me out, y'all. I have links for my singing there. There you go.
But that is awesome. And for any of you that are listening to Sandy today and you're inspired by her story, other people can also be inspired by yours as well. And as she said, you do not have to have a sob story in order to be impactful. I don't believe that I really have any really significant sob stories, but I'm still making an impact in this world. And I'm making it to the right people that need to hear whatever it is that comes out of my mouth. It might be the silliest thing to somebody, but it might be said in such a way that it is impactful to them. So if you have a story that you want to share, whether it's a sob story or not, reach out to me and I would love to interview you so that you can impact women all around the world as well. And the most important thing is that we do stay true to ourselves and not try to imitate someone else. I can't tell you how many times people will ask me, Ebonie, how do you go about doing X, Y, Z? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think about it. I just be Ebonie, you know? So, I mean, I can give you some tips and strategies on how to live a purposeful life. But at the end of the day, it really is, how can you show who you are at your best naturally? What comes natural to you? Do you have any last words of encouragement to give to the listeners?
Oh man, I would say just go for it. Just whatever your dreams, whatever your goals, aspirations, go for it. I think this world now more than ever, we need all that we can get, all that good stuff, all of it. So whoever you are, like watching this and you have dreams and aspirations, please, we need you. Go for it. Just go for it.
That is it, what you said right there. We need you.
Yeah.
You think you need us, but no, we need you too. We all need each other. Anyone that wants to become more intimate with me and learn more about me, and you haven't had an opportunity to read any of my blogs or look at any of my other interviews, you can also join me in my Nutrition for Busy Women Facebook group. It's Nutrition, the number 4, Busy Women Facebook group. And in that group, you'll get a complimentary gift just for being active and joining us, for one. And number 2, you'll be able to be inspired by other purpose-driven women. I'm very selective about the type of people that I allow in my circle. So you're only going to be impacted by women that really want to make a positive force in this world. Thank you so much, Sandy. I really appreciate your time. And as I said earlier, for those of you that want to listen to more of her singing, that she is not going to do for us today, make sure you follow one of her social media platforms, whether it's her WordPress or her Instagram or her Facebook. Look for her and make connections. That's all I can say. Make connections.
Yes.
Have an awesome day wherever you are in the world. And always remember today and every day to live a life full of meaning and purpose. I'll talk to you in our next episode.